Hey everyone, we're back. We just got a pretty big lore dump on us and some hints as to some more plot points. So let's jump into this. Your visitor's writ as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. Well, I mean the wind blew again. That's why they sacrificed half of their people a second time. Get the wind to blow again. Among other things. So they were able to get their wind jobs, as you so eloquently put it. And really, that's what it was all about. Look at all these guys, all grouped up here, waiting, thinking they're cool. Master Thancred can best describe our chances for infiltration in the capital. I can only hope thine efforts to secure permission were successful. Ah, good, you're here. Everyone seems to be present and accounted for. Ishtul and I have just returned from the institution the locals called Academia Aniter. Well, from its public offices at least. We thought the Ascian place of learning the ideal spot to research your condition, but it seems we lack the credentials to enter the academia proper. Miro. Nothing. Finally, you were gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic ventures? I feel like the paper they use would probably be like fucking bigger than us. I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing too. Arianje and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasts not a single armed entry. It would seem that in their time, they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of one elm. Mayhap it was simply the case that Emet-Selch's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Rien and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarat's today. They will happily tell us their own tales, but whenever we attempt to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Miro? Was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a writ? A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection, and you say all the Ascian scheming has been leading to this? All this time, they still mean to enact this plan, that things won't end with the rejoining. I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yet that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Ascians mean to draw on the lives of the source to make their sacrifice to the Zodiac. That does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Ascians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not, and that's to say not of what Emet-Selch plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Miro, and when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that is felt by those who came before and those who came after, by everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Is fighting Emet-Selch the only way? There's always got to be one character. He created an entire city. It'll take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push that hard on in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. I'm pretty sure they used an actual metronome in the creation of this song. Like that click, 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 click sound you hear in the background, I'm fairly certain that's just a metronome. Shadowbringers! Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower in Emet-Selch? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you, you don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking the next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. And no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep walking. Valdry spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first. Not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could. Uniting disparate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to so many miracles at your side and would do so again, but this is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. What if they gave him heartburn? That's a good question. What if indeed? Nice one. As well thou knowest, if we usher Emet-Selch under his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task require Orosight, and such have I prepared, upon the Exarch's asking no less. Though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emet-Selch's destruction will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet, even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of the happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Our time in the First has ever been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path in the Source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me stay true to my convictions. Thus would I return the favor. Do as your heart decrees, without hesitation or regret, and that is all I will say on the matter. It's still short and sweet. You love it. Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Amarang. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, Miro. By dragging me into this sorry mess, you've given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Reen's sake. Words cannot express how this has changed my life or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. Well, that's good, I guess. Hey, Reen. When Minfilia entrusted me with this power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless, and she was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gog, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, and the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you. I want to, I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. Then you shouldn't hang your head. I'm not asking to be saved. I shouldn't? Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. We must all keep walking and looking forward like the heroes who never gave up on this world. Oh, we gotta reference Horsefly here. I'm not sure Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. No, nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision, Miro. I'm going with you. You have to reference him when you get a chance. The man, when he was when he was introduced, did more than the Scions ever did to help you. He fucking still did everything he could to help you. All right. The Capitol Attendant. Damn, look at this building. Welcome to the Capitol. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the Capitol, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times. Up to that point, absolutely. Oh, sorry, guys.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Emet-Selch.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not she who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
We came here to stop you. We came here for the Exarch. Oh shit, these are both good answers. Came here to stop you.
Did you now? One last do-or-die attempt to foil my plans before your mind dissolves into madness? How very, very heroic of you. In every single age, there is always someone who wants to stand up to the evil Ascians. Always the same arrogance, the same insistence that the world belongs to them, as if theirs were the only rightful claim, theirs the only existence worthy of preservation. Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the ancients? Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you. Fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star. Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his sin-eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
Emet-Selch! We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star. Behold. The coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment. I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Emerald, now accessible. Okay, so we're gonna read that and we're gonna take a short break now, because, yeah, this next bit's fairly long. To the depths of the Tempest, to the ocean floor itself, you have come to rescue the Crystal Exarch from the phantom city of Amarant. But barring your way is the architect of this ethereal construct, Emet-Selch, the assassin who led the first unto destruction. The light within you strains at its corporeal confines, threatening to break free at any moment. Time does not favor the warrior of darkness. You must brave the final days of Amarant and confront Emet-Selch in the very midst of its recreated calamity. My brain kept wanting to replace words when I was reading that, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing, brain? Alright, give us a sec, guys. We're gonna take a break. We'll come back and we will hop into the flames.